Yes, certainly. We are ready. We are ready to take over the world. Big budgets. Big business. Big business. Big conversations. Big conversations. Tshamano Makhadi, ladies and gentlemen. It's prime time. Welcome to Day One in Studio.
My name is Nompumelelo Nobiva, although a lot of people call me Mpumi. I am 25 years old and I am my grandmother's child. So what's really unique about the song The Legacy Speaks and the project is that when I started working on the project, I had no idea that it was a song. I was releasing emotion from the trauma of literally being on the phone with my uncle for over 2 hours, trying to make sure that he wouldn't end his life because of the struggles that he's been facing. And I took what I was feeling and I wrote it down. Oprah Winfrey taught me to journal. All I know is to journal. And at first, my team in Los Angeles would say, is this an article? Is this a... And I would say, don't call it anything. It's just me literally coming to terms with the pain of what it means to be a young person in South Africa and putting those words to paper. Emerge! Young, relegated, and forgotten leaders of South Africa. Emerge! The legacy. Leadership can come from anywhere, even from the darkest pits of the hollowed hope, roaming our dusty streets of our... And that process, because it was such a therapy for me, I mean, I would go into work session and write these sentences down. And I didn't even know it was a song until I was listening to another beat and realized, oh my God, this is a spoken piece. And very quickly, when I realized it was a spoken piece, I came to South Africa and somehow now it's a magical song. So it's really exciting. It continues to unfold. So just keep up with that.
Great. The Legacy Speaks. Yes, Alento. The project came about as a result of long conversations amongst friends. Good friend of mine, Mpumi Nobiva, who is a international speaker and communication strategist based in Los Angeles. Together with Fariba Bowen, a friend of mine who is based here in Johannesburg. We have been in conversation, we have been talking about how best can we collectively contribute towards taking the country forward.
Nina besilo, nina bakwantu sisukulwane esihle somhlaba. Ngisho nina bonembeza abamhlophe abangathengwanga lutho abazusayo ukuthi umuntu ngabantu ngikusho ugcwala umlomo ngithi uzalo lukhulumile uthando.
Did you just come up with that?
Yeah.
So we were starting with organizing youth empowerment workshops together, and it was quite a surprise when she came that this song just emerged. It came to her, and I think music is a universal language, and the messages that are coming through this are extremely powerful. So I think this is going to be a very exciting project that's going to contribute to a wider dialogue with youth about their lived experience. And we're, as the Ubuntu initiative, which has focused on youth employment, we're now widening that into the whole sort of spectrum of youth's lived experience, and creating a platform to help youth to transform their experience and to empower them. That is sort of the...
I got a call from Pune and Refugee. This is came out because at some point I did teach them. We did do some marimba, do some music together at the Opera Winfrey Academy. And as such, I think maybe it's through the experience that we made music together that they remember that, you know, at least there's something that I can do to contribute towards this big dream.
Come, Dluvukasi stand. I'm about to present to you South Africa's biggest superstars, ladies and gentlemen. This lady is a star.
Yeah.
She's already known.
That is not just the song, but there's just so much that I'm learning from this whole project, you know, listening to the lyrics, listening to the message that Mpumi is conveying. For me, it's quite inspiring as a young South African, you know, woman that I must go out there and actually go for what I believe in and actually like get those opportunities. So for me, I must say that after this project, I'm a new person. My mind is renewed. I just want to go out there and do things. I just want to go and travel and just take my music out there, you know. And so yeah, for me, I've been really inspired, and I'm a new person after this project. That's basically what I can say. Yeah, I'm a better musician or better artist.
Centennials. A billionaires.
Just give me 2 seconds, please. As you can see, I mean, the team is really, hard at work, and we are still very excited about it. And it takes a lot of hard work. I mean, to put all of these things together, it's the band that must play first. The vocalists must really try and assist them just to get the energy. And once they're done, then we get to the vocalists to lay those voices. But yes, I mean, with working with some of the really best in the business, Neil and the team, we creating magic. That's what it is. That's what it is. I mean, look, it's all good. Makosi no beaver. Yeah, baba. No beaver. Yeah, baba. In Dovitazi. Yeah, baba. Halona.
It's had a massive effect on the way I see the world, and it's really awoken me to the potential a group of people have if they set themselves out towards a specific goal, going in a certain direction, and they all put in their skills, each of them with their own individual skills that they put into the project, trying their best to work together towards this goal. It just grows you when you learn to work with others. It grows you, it grows them, and your ideas become bigger than they were when they were in your own mind. And it's really just important to share your ideas and your story with the people around you.
Nina besilo, nina bakwantu, sizukulwane esihle somhlaba. Awungivumeleni ngimxoxe indaba engaka. Uthando lwandi.
Well, the project, I'll say it will go a long way as of now, tomorrow, whenever it hits a road, but it will go a long way. And I mean, I've learned a lot. I mean, hey, music is a universal language that one needs to understand and be part of. That's the only way you can really express yourself and be heard of what you need to say. So, as much as I enjoyed it, I am sure most people will enjoy that. Okay. Thanks.
So that the legacy speaks. The legacy speaks. The legacy speaks. And that's when and then she continues. In music, you learn all the time. So wherever you engage, or wherever I engage, it's a learning curve for me. So I've learned a lot from my fellow musicians here, and I hope we produce.
Just to add on, my brother, actually I think this is a beautiful project. What I like about it is the elements which are put into the whole music, because you hear a bit of spoken word, you hear much more the approach of Ibongo, like we talk into the tonality. So it's like the music takes you, goes with you. So it's a beautiful project, and I'm so glad that I'm part of the project.
The nice thing about this project is that, for me, when I'm looking at it, it's more like it's a journey that takes you through South Africa. It's the kind of the project that you cannot say really it's for the old people or it's for the young people. It's something that takes you throughout, because now you have an element of hip hop happening there, of which that's for the youth. You have an element of some African isigwe that it's happening there. You have a whole lot of different kind of elements that really put in the same pot. As for me, as we're talking, trying to find out the actual genre of the music of this project, you can't say what it is, because now at the end of the day, you cannot categorize music in a way, because it's more of a spoken language. It's a spoken spoken language. It's just us pouring out whatsoever that we feel at the end of the day, so that we can be able to express the South Africanness, just to be able to paint the picture of that, this is who we are.
The first one?
Yeah.
Replace. It's got on time.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you thinking? The artists featured in Legacy Speaks are really special people. The first one who I have to highlight is my uncle, who, again, every breath that he takes now feels like a pure miracle, because not so long ago I was fighting to preserve that life. He's on the song and he's doing the hebe, hebe, hebe. He's killing it. But it's so special to know that that pain has now turned into purpose. And one of my favorite lines that he says, "Ukuthula makwande ezweni," meaning let there be peace, or let peace reign on earth. That's really special for me, And the only reason I'm not crying about it is because I've cried so much. Undlovukazi is our lead singer, our lead vocalist. I mean, she's just a miracle, I was speaking to my business partner, Ms. Fariba Bowen, who is a part of our Share Your Story SA partnership. And I said, hey, you were telling me about these artists. I was telling her about this tour that I'm about to do in the United States with 30 cities. And I said, who are some of these artists? And she told me about this girl who literally came from a rural part of South Africa. She'll tell you her story, and had this urge, has always had this passion and motivation to sing and share a voice, but obviously didn't have opportunity. Why? Because things continue to be difficult for us in this country as young people. And she did something I really admired, something I'm all about. She took her voice, took it to social media, and said, guys, this is my dream, this is my vision, I'd like to work with Black Coffee. People started tagging. Before she knew it, Black Coffee was already aware of that post. He reached out to her and said, actually, I think your sound would be great with Heavy K. She did a whole song with Heavy K. And that girl went from literally sitting somewhere in a rural space, daydreaming, desperately wanting a way out, to making something happen using what? Her story, her culture, and her technology. This is what we're talking about. And so the fact that she's on my song is radical. I feel super special because of that. And she's the lead feature. My uncle is featured. And then there's Keegs, who is on our guitar, and he speaks about you need to believe in yourself, unity will set us free, we really are stronger as one. His part actually is one of my favorite messages in the song. Keegan is so special because You can tell obviously from his appearance that he's a white guy, and a lot of people may think he has it cheesy or he's the villain because we're such a racialized society. But no, he faces a lot of similar struggles, and when you have an opportunity to see his talent and hear the rawness of his voice and his gift, man, it's just magic. I was saying to my team, I don't even picture myself as the person who has gone to find these people. No way. I've just been moved by the spirit. Somehow I went to that mental health awareness program. I heard Keegan sing and I knew he was the person. I was speaking to a business partner. She introduced me to Dlovukazi. I knew she was the person. My uncle was around me the whole time because part of it was I wanted to make sure that he's in the right headspace. I bring him to all of my meetings. I bring him to all of my strategic moves. He's a part of my company in strategic communications, which is going live at the end of January. Mid-January, but it's kind of special that we all get to co-create in this process. So that's how special the artists are. It's crazy that I even have a song and that I'm featuring these incredible individuals, but that's the story of the artist.